It's time for a roulette in Hitman 2, and I've got a fun one in Santa Fortuna. We're doing the three-headed serpent as you would expect, and we're starting in the construction site. We're taking out Rico Delgado with Fiberwire as the barman. We're taking out Andrea Martinez with Electricity as the street soldier. We're taking out Jorge Franco with a letter opener as a Cocoa Field guard. We're going to exit by the local's car, and we've got the condition do not climb, which is deceivingly tricky. So all that's happened up to now, I've started in the starting location as you would expect, and I've just shot behind that guard so that he turns around, he goes to investigate the noise, and I've dropped the gun so he's got something to carry away. I brought along the tranquilizer gun, and I've also bought the fiberwire, and I believe I bought coins or something else. So the way I see it, it's a pretty useful inventory in the sense that every item has a purpose. So I'm pretty much just wasting time for this guard to move into position. So as soon as he goes near that weapon box thing, we're just going to knock him out, drag his body into this dumpster, and then we're going to change disguise. So yeah, I did like this one when I saw it. I thought, okay, this has got an interesting set of conditions, and the do not climb, like I say, that really caught my eye. So we're going to pick up his goodies, change disguise, and we're going to make our way to Andrea Martinez's field office. Now, this is where things got interesting. In my planning, I'd originally planned to sort of set her kill up and then go and take care of Rico Delgado. Now, the difficulty I had with that is that I ended up realising that I was climbing and using that route. So I had to rethink things a little, and this became quite the most convenient way of taking her out. But unfortunately it does add time on a little bit in the sense that I have to move around a lot. So yeah, it also in my opinion came up with a good use of the tranquilizer gun, rather than this current thing that's going on until they fixed in a bug fix I expect, where you can use the tranquilizer gun and then kill someone with a pistol and it doesn't show bodies found. I feel I've found a use besides that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this pans out visually at least. So yeah, I've just waffled on a bit there while we're going in there. I'm picking up the wrench, and the idea is we're just going to wait for this guard up here to move along. So once he does, we're going to shoot the surveillance out, and we're also going to grab the letter opener. So two key things we got to do up here. So he should tootle on any second now. There we go. We're going to just sneak around him. You can take the surveillance out there, but I would wait until you're leaving it through the door. So there's the letter opener. Go through the door. Make sure you pick the Krugermeyer and not a bag of gunpowder. There we go, quick shot and done. Okay, so we're going downstairs. That's where Andrea and her little secretary is. So the idea is the secretary is a bit of a pain because even though she's not looking at you, she's looking at Andrea, so it means you can't commit a kill. So what I do is I throw the wrench through the door. Now I did try this with a coin and it didn't have the desired effect, so the wrench was actually better. So what I do is I'm going to shoot the secretary in the back, and then I'm going to shoot Andrea. So that's both of them subdued in that room. What I need to do now though is get into the room. So this is where the no climbing condition becomes a bit of a pig, because we've got a guard outside the room who's an enforcer as well. So it's not like I can just walk in there. I've got to manoeuvre him. So I've also got to get rid of this guy just to add into the conditions. I know there's an argument I wouldn't need to, I could just go up the stairs and go down and all that, but honestly it's just easy walking around here. So yeah, I had to move in near the dumpster. So yeah, at this point what I've got to do is get in the room, and I've got a ready-made distraction in my hand with the briefcase. So we're going to use that. We're going to throw it just to the right of that guard there, and that will move him. To be honest, the briefcase actually is a very good distraction in that it lures guards very fast. It's not like coins or other distractions that might take a bit longer. So yeah, I was quite appreciative of that. So we're going to just drag this secretary over here. You could drag her through the window, but that's your call. Bodies won't be found with the tranq gun as is, and I don't think they're going to change that anytime soon, so that is good. We're going to shoot the water fountain thing. We're going to shoot the plug and then turn the plug on so that it creates an electrocution kill. There we go, nice and simple. So next target, we're going to take out Jorge Franco with the letter opener as a Cocoa Field guard. Now before that we need to go and get the barman's disguise, and I'm going to get a meaty bone. So quite a few things to tick off here. Again, this is where the condition of no climbing really hit me, because in the original playthrough I'd got to Rico's kill pretty quick, and then you realise, oh, I've climbed, I've done this, I've done that, you know, and really you start smacking yourself on the head thinking, how have you thought that wasn't climbing? So yeah, it's a shame when you have a good route in your head and you think, right, I've got to rethink this, but in the end I still think it works out quite well. So the idea is we turn that off. I'm going to turn it back on as well, just so that if I knock this barman out, no one else will come out to investigate. So yeah, we're just going to wait for him to come outside. As soon as he goes near the fuse box, subdue him, put him in the dumpster nearby and take his disguise. It's quite a funny disguise, this. It reminds me a bit of Mo Sislak. It's a bit like he's got to have the dirty rag on him, but why? I don't know, I like the disguise, it's just very, like I say, it's very much like Mo Sislak from Simpsons. Anyway, I did forget at this point, I was just about to walk up and then I had a quick jolt of memory and I was like, right, turn right here. So yeah, we're going up here. That isn't climbing, that's ascending, just in case any smart arses are out there. We're going to pick up this meaty bone and we're going to just descend the stairs. Okay, so from there we have got quite a long jog because we've got to go right towards the shaman's hut. And if you aren't familiar with Santa Fortuna yet, that is quite a way away. So yeah, I'm half tempted to just count on my fingers and toes just for a minute, just to pass the time, but yeah, there's not a lot really to say at this point, so I will fast forward, so I will see you in a moment. So we're at the gate and all we've got to do is use the lockpick to get inside. Pretty bog standard stuff, nothing too impressive here. We've got two guards up ahead and they're both coming this way, so we're just going to wait in the foliage until they pass by. You can pretty much dart across as soon as the second one's passed because I think his head is at an angle where he won't see 47, but if you want to play it safe, just wait until he's completely out of the line of sight before you make your run. At that point you can even jog for a moment just because, you know, there's no one else around, no one's going to hear footsteps, so we're alright. Now at this point I need the Coca-Field disguise. So what we're going to do, crouch here, we're going to just crouch walk through this bit of foliage for the simple reason that if you run, one of those two Coca-Field guards will turn around and we can't do a subdue in this closer location to one of them. So what I do is I throw a coin. Them two won't hear it, but one of the two patrolling Coca-Field guards will hear it. So they'll go to investigate it. I picked up a can of Dr. Pep. No clues what that means. And yeah, we're going to just knock him out. Take the disguise and yeah, this is pretty much just to get around the area, plus obviously it's the condition. So no big issues here. So pick up the coin as well, that's pretty handy. Let's see, we go straight across here and the idea is we're going to go into what I can only call Jorge's hut. There might be another name for it or something, but basically there's a helicopter pilot I think inside. We're going to use a air conditioner to lure him outside and subdue him. Now I did try and do it inside the room and I'll admit I was kicking myself after because I thought, why are you doing it inside the room when you get him outside the room where there's also a place to hide him? So I was a little bit annoyed at myself for wasting time there, but yeah, it was a lesson learned for when I got this playthrough done. So yeah, he goes outside to turn that on. We're going to just sneak up behind him, knock him on the head with a meaty bone, and that seemed quite bloody for a non-lethal takedown, but hey ho. So put him in the dumpster and we're just going to wait for Jorge to turn up now. So there's going to be enough fast forward because he does wait around about a minute, so I'll see you in about 45 seconds from now. So Jorge's here and it was a bit more than that 45 seconds I mentioned, so yeah, not particularly great, but he does go inside the hut and once he's in there we're just going to throw a coin and use the letter opener on him, so nothing too complicated. I do wish just for in-game purposes I had actually used the letter opener a bit better. I decided to throw it at him, and even though for all intents and purposes I did kill him with the letter opener, I know that featured contracts would make that condition null and void if I did it, so yeah, I'm a little bit miffed at myself that I threw it. I could have just snuck up behind him and, you know, slit his throat, but oh well, it's only a minor gripe of my own, but you know, if you don't consider it a natural kill, let me know, because I am curious what players do think, or people who view these think. Would you rather what I consider the more authentic kill, which is the neck slice, or would you rather just any kill as long as it's actually the correct condition? So let me know in the comments. Anyway, we're moving on. Let's get the barman disguise back. So this is the tricky bit, because we got to get through the cocoa field with a barman disguise on. So as it pretty much says straight away, hostile. Yeah, I don't think you get more hostile. Maybe 47 in his suit, obviously, but that's about it. So just race through here. Plenty of tall foliage at this point, so you could even run if you wanted. But we're just going to dart across this little gap. There's 2 cocoa field guards there, so just take your time, because I think one of them is turning at that point. Yeah, so if you see the 2 guards, just slow down, otherwise they will go to investigate the noise. At this point we're going to go towards Rico's mansion, so we take a left turn here. And for the record, this is why it's very important I took out the surveillance in that first kill with Andrea in the field office, because if you don't take that out, there are so many cameras around this area, it's actually quite annoying how many you have to move past. So I'm glad I remembered to take that out. Anyway, at this point we've got to get past this guy, so the best way I found to do it, just throw a coin to the right and he'll go and investigate it. So I actually took my time here. I think I was pondering whether it was worth letting him go on a run and sneaking around him, but yeah, not much point, so just throw a coin. If anything, it did work out quite well, because he was just about to move, so if anything he was getting out into his animation to move, so timing wise I'm not too fussed how that turned out. So just basically run across here, you know, don't take it slow, otherwise someone might just catch you, so do speed up at this point. There's going to be a guard here who's just going to see us, so we're going to take our time on this edge, just so that he doesn't happen to see us walking towards the Hippo enclosure. So if you haven't guessed, I'm using the Hippo enclosure just because it's a place where I don't have to climb, and yeah, it's quite convenient for getting 5 wire around Rico's neck. So yep, that guard's moved. Let's go in over here, and yep, the 2 guards over there, they confused me a little bit. I thought they'd be looking more this way, but it turns out they're looking more at the Hippo enclosure, so it works out quite well. The difficulty is I now need to move past them to get into the Hippo enclosure, and I can't climb, so coin toss. It's deceptively tricky, the no climbing condition, because it's like I've just said, I've thrown the coin, but they didn't really care. I mean, they sort of did, because they go back for it later on. They go for it. They don't pick the coin up this time, but they go back for it. But the trouble is, I've got to hang around just for the fact that I can't make my way down, because they'll be looking. It was really annoying. You know, I mean, I couldn't just drop here anyway, I don't think, but still, it's like, dear, come on. Anyway, we're going to wait for the Hippo Wrangler to make his move. For some reason he has an animation where he starts laughing. I thought it was just when he saw the shaman disguise or something, but hey, I don't know. So, up he comes, taking his time. We're going to knock the guard out who's just waiting down there. As soon as he's knocked out, we can just hide his body, and we're going to throw the meaty bone into the Hippo enclosure, just to get Rico moving as soon as possible. So let's get the soda can, knock it at this guy. We're going to get the meaty bone, we're going to throw it in there, and that's pretty much set up the challenge. So all we're going to do is get the fibre wire when Rico's here, and we're going to garrote him. So yeah, at this point I'm just going to hide the body, and I'm going fast forward at this point because there's not a lot happening between here and Rico arriving, so I'll see you in a moment. Anyway, Rico's here. It takes a bit of time because the idea is you've got to wait for the Hippo Wrangler to come back down, and then he's got to see that the Hippo's happy, then he's got to find Rico, and if Rico's at the wrong end of the map, that's another wait, so yeah, definitely glad I fast forwarded through that. Anyway, the idea is that he's going to send the Hippo Wrangler away, he's going to get all lovey-dovey with this Hippo for some weird reason, and yeah, we're just going to garrote him and feed him to the Hippo. So overall I do actually like this contract. I mean, if anything, there's no condition that sort of really bothered me except for do not climb, and I liked that one. It forced me to sort of think outside the box a little bit, and that like I say, the original route I had, it was coming here straight from the construction site, and then I realised I climbed. It was such an obvious mistake, but you know, when you're planning your route, you don't think that way sometimes, so I'm just glad I thought my way around it. So yeah, Garrote, nice and easy. Go and feed into the depot, and then go and take the disguise from the guard that we subdued earlier on. So in you go. We're going to race all the way around here. There we go. And at this point we've got to get to the locals' car. Now, I'm not overly familiar with the Santa Fortuna exits as far as what they're all called, but this is what I believe is the locals' car. It's the one with the 2 guards near the shaman's hut. But if I am wrong, then feel free to correct me and say I should have gone to this exit or that exit, because honestly, I don't know what it could be otherwise, but yeah, I'm assuming it's the locals' car. I think this is where you had to go at the end of the Macmillan Surreptition, or whatever that contract was called, escalation, sorry, was called. So yeah, I'm a little bit baffled by it, but hey ho. So, if you've enjoyed this roulette, please leave me a like, and if you're enjoying Hitman 2, subscribe to the channel. I turned around then because I saw those 2 guards were about to turn this way, and I thought I can't drop, so I can only descend, so I thought I'll just go the long way round and avoid them bumping into me. So yeah, I was just doing the usual sign off, you know, like, subscribe, yada yada yada. I know you're probably sick of hearing YouTubers saying it, but it's just, you know, we've got our own subs and likes from somewhere, haven't we? So yeah, just gonna wait for these 2 guards to pass. They're just going to chill there for a moment. Go back to the other side of the patrol pattern. As soon as they start moving, we're going to sneak around them. So, bye bye, off you go. Auf Wiedersehen. There we go. So through this gate here, then pretty much we're going back the way we came when we were getting into the Franco drug area. So yep, we're going to just take a right turning up ahead, and yeah, it's pretty much clean sailing from there. As far as the 2 guards go, the main idea is just split them up. So we've got a coin in our hand, we're going to use the coin, and that will split them up. We're going to subdue one of them. If he hasn't got the car key, we knock the other one out and take the car key off him. So nothing overly complicated, and to be honest, I think that is actually a good exit if ever you're in this area. If you've just taken out Franco for your last target and you want to get out, it is actually quite convenient. But yeah, it's not great in general, is it? You know, it's from where I was in the Hippo enclosure, this is probably as far away from an exit as I could have been. So yeah, it would have been nicer to have drawn something a bit better, like the motorbike or the raft or the paddle, the boat or whatever it is. I'll probably named 3 or 4 there, but yeah, this is probably bottom of the list. So as you saw, threw the coin, split them up, and as soon as he's over here, subdue him. That guy will just carry on looking at the horizon for some weird reason. And yeah, just knock him out. This guy didn't have the key, so we have to knock the other guy out. I did have a quick check, just make sure it, you know, wasn't there, but turns out it wasn't, just a submachine gun. So yeah, knock this guy out, take his key, and exit. So thank you for watching, everyone. Hope to see you in another video. This has been Josh from JJ's Productions, and until next time, bye for now, everyone.